Can the Supreme Court tell the government of India that it is wrong? The answer is yes. Because judges are more powerful than elected governments, not because courts run the country, but because the constitution says they can. And that is one of the greatest strengths of Indian democracy. An advocate in the Supreme Court of India, one of the biggest misconceptions I heard is this: if the government has a huge majority in parliament, then whatever it does automatically becomes law. That is only half the story. Parliament has immense power. The executive has immense power, but neither is above the constitution. In India, the constitution is supreme, not the government, not the parliament, and not even the Supreme Court of India itself. This is where one constitutional principle changes everything. It is called judicial review. Judicial review simply means that courts have the authority to examine whatever laws are passed by parliament or actions taken by the government are consistent with the constitution. If they are constitutional, they remain. If they violate constitutional limits, courts can strike them down. Notice what the court is doing. It is not asking whether a law is popular. It is not asking whether judges personally like the policy. It asks only one question: does this comply with the constitution? That is the real question. Now let's talk about why this power exists. Think about it. Every government believes its decisions are correct. Every parliament believes its laws serve the public interest. If the same institution that makes a law also becomes the final judge of whether that law is constitutional, then constitutional limits become meaningless. Power cannot be sole judge of its own power. That is why the constitution creates an independent judiciary, not to govern the country, not to make policy, but to ensure that every institution remains within constitutional boundaries. That is called the rule of law, not the rule of men. Let's talk about some examples. Indian constitutional history is full of examples like that. The Supreme Court has struck down constitutional amendments. It has invalidated executive decisions. It has protected free speech. It has expanded the meaning of personal liberty under Article 21. It has also upheld government actions when they were consistent with the constitution. That is important. Judicial review is not opposition to the government. Sometimes the court agrees, sometimes it disagrees. Its loyalty is not to the government of the day, its loyalty is to the constitution. Now let's talk about the bigger principle. People often confuse disagreement with conflict. When the court disagrees with the government, democracy is not breaking down. Democracy is functioning exactly as it was designed. The legislature makes laws. The executive implements them.